A very good afternoon. This is Ashwini Gupta, and basically I'm the physics teacher as well as I teach mathematics as you know. So today's the topic what I have chosen for the demonstration for your purpose, that is types of motion. Okay, this is relevant to the class 7th and 8th as well as the very interesting topic that is from physics. Okay. So I hope that in the end of the session you will able to understand about the concept of motion. And yes, let's start. Basically, we can define the term motion is like this one. There are two basic parameters on which we can define the term motion. The first is depending upon the time. If the position of an object is going to vary with respect to time, then we say that the body is in motion. And the second one, which is not at your level, but yes, whenever you are going to study the topic in for class 11, you will come to know that the frame of reference, right? So frame of reference also is an important parameter which can distinguish between the stationary object and the moving object. So at your level, I am just going to explain only one thing, that is with respect to time. So basically, how can we define the term motion? So before defining the term motion, we can have a look here. Like an example, a body. The body can have two different states, right? The first state that is called rest state, or we can say stationary state. That means the body does not changes its position with respect to time. Okay, the body do not change their position with respect to time. That means whatever the time is, that we cannot control the time. Time is moving on. So if the position of the body is not depending on the time, that means the body still remains same at the same position. It may be today, it may be yesterday, it may be a day after tomorrow or tomorrow, right? This one. And the second one, if the body is changing its position with respect to time, and that is called the body is in motion. For an example, we have various examples here. Like an example, your home. The address of your home is not going to be changed. Suppose your home is at a location, we can say that is Shastri Nagar. So it is in that locality today, tomorrow, or a day after tomorrow. The location of your home is not going to vary. It is not going to shift from Shastri Nagar to Vivek Nagar or any other locality. It is stationary. If you have kept a book on the table, and if suppose no one is going to touch that book, so wherever you have kept your book, you will find your book on the same table. Either the time may vary, right? The time may vary, but the position of that object is not going to vary, right? And but if the position of the body is changing or does change with respect to time. Like an example, if we see that as a teacher, suppose my first location is like it is on, this is my first location A, and suppose I have traveled a distance of 2 kilometers in suppose 10 minutes, right? So in this span of time, this interval of time of 10 minutes, I have changed my position from A to B, right? Now the position is going to be varied. Now the position has been changed. I was at point A before 10 minutes, but after 10 minutes, my new position is B, which is 2 kilometers far from A. So what we can say is, as the time passes, as the time has been changed, my position is also has been changed. So if your position is going to be changed with respect to time, that is called motion, right? I hope you got it about the topic, that is the stationary position of a body or the motion of a body. Now we have what are the different type of the motions. So I'm just here going to explain you in a very short manner types of motion. Basically, first of all we have rectilinear motion, or we can say linear motion. I'm just going through the symbolic representation of this because of we have a short limited time, right? So second is circular motion. Third one is rotational motion. Fourth one is we have periodic motion, or we can say oscillatory motion. And the fifth one what we have is projectile motion. Yeah, projectile motion, right? So since this is a demo video, I'm not going to explain each and every topic, but yes, what are the different type we can how can we understand about this? I'm just going to explain you. If the body is moving along the straight path, that is called rectilinear. If the body is moving in a circular path like this one, if the body is moving like this one, this is called circular motion. Like an example, moon is revolving around the earth is circular motion. And the rotational motion is, suppose a body is moving on its own axis, that is called rotational motion. Like an example, earth is spinning around its axis, fan is rotating around its axis. Periodic motion, that is what, if we take an example of simple pendulum, if we see like this one, it is moving from its mean position in the backward and forth direction, that is called periodic motion. And the last one is projectile motion, when the body does have the vertical as well as horizontal direction of motion. Like an example, we are throwing the ball to the wicket keeper, so that is called projectile motion. So this is a summary of these motion. Definitely we will discuss about this whenever I will get this opportunity. Okay, so I hope this thing you will you are able to understand about the topic motion. So I hope you will like this one. Thank you very much.